Hello Geminis, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for the month of March 2015. Now, I was shuffling the cards earlier and these fell out, so let's just arrange them. I have the Eight of Cups in the upright position, Three of Swords reverse, Wheel of Fortune upright, and this is Ten of Cups. I forgot, this one fell out first, so I'm going to use that as your crowning energy, which gives me a really interesting reading. It's kind of strange. Three of Cups upright, Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords reverse, Temperance reverse. I'm going to see here. Okay, interesting. Six of Swords in the reverse position, and the King of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So what I would advise is there's a lot of hesitancy about moving forward, okay? There's a lot of fear, anxiety, hesitancy about moving forward in general. And I would, I know it's easier said than done, but I would definitely advise you to do it, to move forward, because you do have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. And it's a really good card to get in the upright position because everything is starting to go your way. So, don't waste this opportunity on old problems, okay? Move forward. And additionally, in the process of moving forward, you're going to have a lot of emotional fulfillment. So, let all that self-doubt go, because what I'm sensing is a huge dichotomy with the way the cards are laid out, okay? So, I'm going to have basically to do like two separate readings for Geminis, because the energies are very polar. It's like, yeah, it's like a split personality thing, which is very appropriate. So if I were to look at this, it would be like, what I'm sensing is like this two dichotomy. Okay, so let's put it like this so that you can see the differences. This is how I'm going to have to read it, okay? Just because the energies are opposing one another, so I can't really do a coherent reading. But what I'm going to do is, I feel that for a lot of you though, elements within each reading are going to resonate with you. So, give and take, look at the whole picture and see what I'm, getting at. Because this is, being in limbo, being out of balance, and not being able to let go. There's a lot of fear, anxiety as well. This is a good card here. However, with the Temperance card, it's a major arcana, so it overrides everything else. So what I'm sensing is a state of being out of balance, okay? And this is something that is very instrumental for you to be able to move forward. However, it's in the reverse position. So it's telling me there's a sense of like security in dealing with things from the past, even though they're no longer serving you, but it brings about comfort. It brings about like a nurturing atmosphere in which you find it really hard to, I would almost say like you feel that that same feeling of security can't be replicated with anybody else or with any other situation in your life, okay? So that could potentially play out, but I want to start at the beginning of the month. And what I have here is the Eight of Swords. It's a card that is your crowning energy. It's indicative of a lack of information, okay? So being kept in the dark, not knowing how to move forward, not knowing which way to go because you don't have full access to information. Now, this is a really uncomfortable place for Geminis to be in because you are a social butterfly and you do want to have, and with Geminis too, it's ruled by Mercury. So Mercury deals with communication, and in this situation, when you're restricted in your ability to process and access information, it's really frustrating for you, and I understand that. It also deals a lot with like anxiety because it's triggering that Mercury energy within you. Like communication channels are flat, so it's very anxiety inducing, okay? So I know this is a really uncomfortable place for you to be, and I would advise you actually have two paths in which you can move forward. So all of this is in your head, okay? The Sword energy deals with like more mental anguish. So these are like fears that are in your head, they're not based on reality. So it's really important for you to keep that in mind and maintain that perspective, okay? Because I feel that the anxiety is really hurting you, and it's actually blocking a lot of new energy coming into your life this month. So definitely don't let it, okay? There's a way out. You just don't see it yet. So until you change your perspective in the way that, you approach this situation, okay? So turn this around, and then you're going to be in a much better place. And I feel that there is definitely opportunity for you to change this situation. But the opportunity is very fleeting, is very transient. It's there. You have to grab it and roll with it. Otherwise, and also the opportunity is going to come at a point where, okay, so let's see how this would play out. Okay, so the opportunity itself underneath this card, it's going to be like, you feel that you don't have all the information at your disposal to roll with that opportunity, when I would suggest that you actually do, and it's actually a really good time for you to act on faith alone. Okay, so that would be the advice here, because I feel that, the Temperance card, this is a card of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius are extremely optimistic, and also very, they have a lot of faith in life. So that's what I mean as well when I say that Aquarius and not Aquarius, I'm sorry, Sagittarius and Gemini have a lot of faith in life, and they tread very lightly through life, and they're very optimistic. So it's kind of like living a provisional life, or like playing a video games in which, if you die in the video game, you can reset and start over. It's one of those, like, you're highly optimistic. This is in the reverse position, so what I would definitely say is you're lacking in faith. And a lot of it has to do with this anxiety, this, uncomfortable situation that you've had to contend with for quite some time. It's coming out as a crowning energy. So I would say it's definitely something that you've been dealing with for a few months, possibly since January. And because you're in this state of anxiety, it's hindering the way you approach life in general. So I would say definitely faith in life, in love, in relationships, in your work environment is definitely lacking. And understandably so, because you're in a state of anxiety and you're not operating at your best. So, you, like I mentioned, going back to this, the newness, the new opportunities are going to present themselves. You're going to be held back from taking those opportunities because you feel there's not enough information. So I would suggest, take that leap of faith, because things are going to work out really well, okay? So let's just move on forward with that, okay? So starting, the first two cards that I have is the Eight of Cups, which talks about a situation in which you're moving on from past relationships, past friendships, past work environment, and past situations that have caused you a lot of pain, in which you feel like really betrayed, you feel really broken down, and you feel really hurt. So this is definitely, from a few, I would say even January as well, January, February. You're no longer putting up with that situation. I do see you, contemplating going back to it. With the Wheel of Fortune, good opportunities usually come in, as well as bad opportunities from the past. However, you have more opportunities to move forward. So, but equally, you can also regress. So I do see that you're contemplating, going back to old situations. So be out of security, out of, the sense that you can give it another try, or the other person can give it another try. I feel greatly though that the other person, that you really want to give it another try, rather than the other person like persuading you to give them another try. What I'm sensing though in general, is, you've made up your mind to walk away. Your heart is starting to heal. You have new abundance energy coming in, and all it requires is you taking that leap of faith. However, you're being blocked because you're reminiscing about things from the past. You're reminiscing about the last time you took a leap of faith and you got burned. So, this is new energy we're dealing with, so keep that in mind. And this is new people that are coming through your into your life. So you still have to let this go, because your heart is, in the right place right now to move forward with newness. So definitely let that in, okay? I do see a lot of support from family and friends, especially from like females in your life. So this reading is for, men and women, but in general, I feel that a lot of female friends, like siblings, relatives, they're going to be very instrumental in helping you move on with your life, and they're going to be your support system, okay? So I do see like a lot of earth and fiery women being in your midst and helping you get past this, okay? And new opportunities as well. This is, renewed passion. So renewed passion within your home life, renewed passion, like a renewed sense of vitality when it comes to your life in general and how to move forward. So like I guess like a world of possibilities have opened up for you, but you're holding yourself back because of fears of disappointments from the past, and you're like reliving the trauma from the past in which a similar situation presented themselves, possibly last year. This usually deals with like a year cycle as well. So an energy that something happened last year in which this you saw that it was the same situation, and then you got burned, and because of it, in the process of encountering this energy again is bringing up a lot of trauma within you. So you end up in a state of anxiety, which is a really, really sad thing to do, like to turn your back to this, when opportunity comes knocking, okay? So I would say let all of it go. I know it's not going to be easy, but we have a lot of abundance energy here, so don't look back, okay? Move forward. Don't look back. I feel a lot of you might be reverting back to bad situations from the past. Okay, so let's move forward here. So with the Ace of Wands, this is, new energy, renew a sense of passion and vitality and all good things, basically. It also deals a lot with, like, I guess, renewed interest in old things as well. So it is underneath the Three of Swords, which is, the healing process. In the process of healing, new energy is coming in, and it's going to, spark up your life all over again. So you're going out into the world and you seize the opportunities, okay? So this is really, really good energy. I'm not going to say if it's related to relationship or anything else. I'm going to leave that for the love reading. But I definitely would say it's like a sense of revitalization in yourself, in your environment, which is really good energy. So like I said, all of these energies can be mitigated, okay? Like this is not a bad card to have in the reverse position. It's actually very good. So let go of past situations that no longer love you, that no longer serve you. Let go of people who no longer love you, and let go of things that have weighed you down in the past, okay? Because all of this has been a lot of pain and anguish. It's in the reverse position, so you're actually getting over them slowly. You're recovering. And I do feel like, a lot of healing as well. Every time I see this card, the Three of Swords, in the reverse position, it indicates healing. And you have so much abundance, like, in store for you. So don't waste it on people who don't deserve it, okay? I just want to say, so obviously this is not going to apply to everyone, but a lot of you might have dealt with like a situation like depression. What I'm sensing is depression too. Things are definitely getting better this month, okay? The depression card is actually underneath the Wheel of Fortune, so things are going to take a turn for the better. And then with Temperance card, For those of you who have dealt with like any type of like substance abuse, and especially when it comes to like alcohol, I see this temperance card in the reverse position showing up a lot. And you're going to get a lot of support, okay? You're going to get a lot of support from friends and family and loved ones. There's going to be that energy that you know, in your midst, okay? And additionally, if you're dealing with somebody who you know, who is in your family or who is in your circle that you love dearly, you're actually going to be called out to help them with this. And I hope that is the situation rather than you dealing with this, because this energy is so conducive for newness and for like embracing life, that it would be a shame to be bogged down with these problems, okay? But I do feel that, you know, it's a shame that even if it has to happen to somebody else, but you're going to be their support system. So a lot of you might be called out to, you know, support somebody who is either recovering, they're in the process of recovering from depression or, you know, substance abuse or something like that. So it's very instrumental for them to be around, you know, people they trust and people who don't judge them. So it's important for you to keep that in mind as well, okay? So don't be too judgmental about this, because they really need your support at this time. Another thing I would advise you is, yeah, this is coming in strongly, so I just feel like I should say it. So for example, if you are sad about, you know, something that didn't work out, or if you're sad about someone, and it's sort of like, if, okay, so for example, if you had a friend and you had a falling out recently, and then every summer you guys would like go to, I don't know, go to the beach together, for example, okay? This could be anybody in your life that you've had a falling out with, or any situation in which like going to a certain place, going to meet somebody, or, you know, like a certain place, a certain activity would trigger memories of that person. Be really careful about doing that this month. What I'm sensing is with the Temperance card, it's also like a trigger. There's something that you do like instinctively without thinking that triggers like bad memories. So it could be for you or it could be for somebody else. And especially for people who are dealing with, you know, either depression or substance abuse, and you're taking them back to that, to relive that moment, is really not a good thing, okay? Some would say it could be very therapeutic and healing for them to find closure within that situation and moving on. But I just feel like they're not in the best state of mind right now. So it's kind of agonizing to have to put them through it, okay? So be really like careful if you're dealing with somebody of a really delicate, I guess, mental state. Be mindful of that, okay? So that is coming in, and I know that's going to resonate with someone, and I hope, you know, that is good advice for someone out there who might be dealing with someone who's very delicate right now. I do see though, you know, overall, Wheel of Fortune also indicates like financial success. It's fortune card, and it's a lot of luck as well. So I would still say though, go easy with expenses this month, okay? We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. And we also have this situation here, you know, like not moving on. And then we have like financial obligations, which is tying you to this situation that doesn't allow you to move on. So be really careful about that. A lot of you too might have like dealt with a separation or a legal problem, or like even a divorce in which you're divvying up the assets. So just know that money will only help us in this lifetime, okay? So past that point, I think it's better to extract yourself out of that situation altogether rather than being tied by financial considerations, okay? So keep that in mind. Yeah, so please like, share, subscribe. Let me know, leave comments as well, and let me know how this plays out in your life. And if you would like a private reading, please shoot me an email at temperatestar@gmail.com. The information can be found in the box below. So thank you so much for watching. I will be back with your love reading for March. Have a great month. I'll see you soon.